Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine. The time to say yes to your dreams and aspirations is here.
Now, Koffi, what is the commonest mistake that most comedians make?
I think not only comedians, entertainers. They
Right.
believe that you have arrived, and then you know it. I mean, now you are a brand, so I think a lot of us. Someone said, if you start by selling shrimp, and then you get to the point where you are selling whale, don't forget the shrimp you started with. I think a lot of us, we get carried away with this stardom, fandom, fanzine, and all that, and then we forget our simple, real selves. A lot of us, there's always one day in our life that we forget that we're humans. We just get aloof, and we believe that I have done that. We've all done it. There are days that we feel like we're now. How do maybe you go to a particular service point, and then you're not being attended to like the celebrity you are, and then you start feeling like don't they know who I am? So I think that's one thing that celebridom does to all of us once in a while, until we now get back to the point where we realize that, man, nothing did this life. I see a lot of my colleagues who feel they have blown beyond what they are, and then they don't relate with people like they should anymore. And I think it's just a simple rhetoric means to make a living. You just end up stabbing yourself in the back, because it's 360. You still have to come back to where you started from, no matter how big you get. No matter how big the stage is. Take, for instance, this last year has taught all entertainers in the world that you can't be bigger than what you are. You can be humbled. No shows, nowhere to go, but you have to operate from your home, the same phone device. So I feel a lot of us sometimes need to learn to just stay within that calm space. When I look at Olu Jacobs and Joke Silva, they are a big source of inspiration in that regard. Taiwo Ajayi said, these are people who train in the British theatre world, but they had to compel themselves to an environment where you would not have found them mingling. But Olu Jacobs ended up becoming one of the biggest Igwes in the history of theatre. A Yoruba man becoming Igwe. You see the irony? Playing Igbo characters simply because he humbled himself to the environment. I make a lot of movies, and somebody will ask me, why is it not on Netflix? Why are you not doing? If Funke Akindele is doing Omogetu, and Kemi Adetiba is doing King of Boys, I don't have to exactly do what they are doing to be relevant. But a couple of people will go the extra mile, go borrow money, and end up in trouble. The marketplace will not eat only rice. The marketplace will take a little bit of vegetable, afang, they will take pawpaw. So you can be another meal source to the marketplace. Don't do more than yourself. If you know your capacity, stay within that capacity. Some of us, we go more than our capacity, and we end up in trouble. You see people borrowing money, living a very fake life, and then misleading the youths. You see people who make themselves ambassadors, who will be quoting figures, and back at home, right there and there, they are suffering in silence. You see a lot of entertainers who are very depressed. And why are they depressed? Because they are constantly pursuing validation from public places, when what they should focus on is the content that they need to give to the world, and then the content of their character. So for me, a lot of us were losing it. We're going astray. We're going beyond our calling. You have been called to edify with your trade, to impact with your trade, not to become a god. You not become an authority of some sort and feel that you are above certain levels. No, I disagree with it. I totally do not agree with it.
Wow. 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 Now, what jokes must a comedian not tell or say?
It's very rude to pick on your audience, especially the guests of the person who paid you money to service them. It is very, very rude. Totally, as in, I don't know how we got to this point where we've lost etiquette, we've lost our cultural calm. Go prepared. Okay, tomorrow I have a wedding somewhere in Isolo. Automatically, I know, okay, that environment, these are the things happening there, these are the things to say and not to say. First and foremost, the most important people there tomorrow are the husband and wife. There is nothing on earth that should make you say anything against the man or against the wife to upset their guests. Nothing there should make you, so sometimes some people just feel because I'm a comedian, I have liberty to say whatever I want to say anywhere I want to say it. No, there are certain things you don't say in certain places and at certain times. If you're at a shindig, dead in the night, in a beer parlor where beer don't flow, Maya, everybody don't Maya, they don't hide, and you have to say certain explicit jokes, all fair and good. That's that environment. But you don't carry that mentality and then go to a corporate environment with a tie in your neck, and then you bring the same, use of language. There's gutter performance and then there's the very polished performance. So there are some jokes that you should also not tell on television. Some comedians still don't understand that television is different from stage. So when they are performing on stage and they are being recorded, they don't realize that that recording goes for later.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're performing at a stage where somebody has, and now everybody is a recorder, everybody has a phone. So it means we are now much more in trouble with the things we utter and say. So for every time you open your mouth to perform, you must censor yourself. You must eat. See, there's a joke that we say that once comedian not the turn motivational speaker, joke don't finish. I would rather you turn to motivational speaker than go and say something that they rewind for you tomorrow and you regret.
All right. All right. Yes. What is the best way for a comedian to arrest the attention of his audience?
A lot of people make the mistake of thinking because they are a brand or a known name or something, and then they take their audience for granted. First and foremost, the best way to get the attention of your audience is to respect them by greeting them properly. It must become your friends. You must become their friends. You don't go to an audience and then you just feel, okay, she been at me, they don't know me, they don't introduce me, people don't hail me. Then you have to let them know that you're on the same page. Good evening, how on a day now, my people? How on a day? Wait till they happen. From the moment you do those greetings, they feel at home with you. Hey, wait till they happen now, yeah now. So these are simple tricks of the trade. It's called etiquette, respect. It is reciprocal. If you respect the people you're talking to, they will respect you. But if you go, you just call them mic, today, and I will hear me, and I will know, say, yes, I don't lie. So now, me and this guy, we just did this thing now. And they look, okay. Lori Rock, continue. You've not shown any level of, you might be doing it and getting away with it until one day, the most critical day, perhaps the day that there's a turnaround for your career, you now make that mistake, and then the career nosedives. So you must be
That would
very
be
careful. Yeah, you must be
wow.
very careful.
All right. So, what is the best way to handle a hostile audience? You
Ah,
know, there are comedians, they come on stage, the people don't even want to hear anything, you know.
yes, yes. We have found a trick to addressing that lately. Most comedians now are very open and honest, and they will tell you, I beg. On I know saying my work with this one, I no come spoil my career. I don't dey crack jokes since on I no laugh. I don't know what the problem be. But if you're not laughing, it means your problem is bigger than the joke. So they'll play around it. And then one or two people will now simmer. We understand everyone is tense. It might be a bad day for them too. Or perhaps some other persons had come to entertain before you and they didn't really pull it off. So I think the best way is to be honest with the audience and say, look, I'm not the cause of the problem. I'm also here to try and pay my bills. Don't make it hard for me. Don't make it bad for me. Please. I'm trying to put food on my table. I've been doing my best since, cracking jokes, doing everything. Until I lie down on the ground and a trailer jumps. What do you people want me to do? Okay, I will dance. DJ, play music for me. Or I will sing a song. So you just have to play
Oh,
around it.
God.
That is when you now get them to realize that, okay, we're giving this guy a hard time. And then
Yeah.
sometimes in that situation, if you have prepared to do 30 minutes and you can read the audience, you can read the environment, be smart enough to do maybe 5 or 10 minutes and politely leave them and explain to them, guys, it's been wonderful playing and talking and having this out. I hope we'll meet some other time again where things might be a bit better. I don't try you. And as you say, I try you. But it just be like, say, today, no be the day for all of us. I don't go. The irony is, as you are leaving, they will clap. The same people that weren't laughing, they will clap.
All right. So, what is Koffi's definition of comedy?
Comedy should be a medium to alleviate the next person. Alleviation could be in a lot of ways. I've met people who say, man, thank you. It was whilst I was in hospital, I was watching you on the bed that I got well. Somebody is down, depressed, they watch what you're doing, they come back alive. So you need to alleviate with comedy. And then you penetrate with deep thoughts once in a while. You address certain issues sublimely, subtly. Comedy is also an opportunity to wake us up from our nuances. You know, Nigerians, we like to laugh at our errors, at our own mistakes. We make fun of ourselves. So comedy should also go into that. If you watch a Borat, that's Sacha Cohen Baron, his Borat movies, the new one too won an award as best comedy movie of the year, have been able to attack that end of comedy by addressing serious issues through humor. Actually, he does that with all of his movies. The Dictator and a couple other movies, always addressing subjects, global subjects through humor. And I think that's what we should do. I see a lot of comedians do skits, and this is the opportunity for me to address it. Most of their skits are very misogynistic, always putting women down. I don't like it. You know, you always paint our women in a certain narrative, and I don't think comedy should really be stoop that low. Instead, you can alleviate issues with comedy. So I want to say, like Macaroni once in a while now infuses messages that attacks the system. That's what comedy should do. You should give a wake-up call to the same people laughing at themselves. Say, not true, this thing this guy is addressing in this place. You know, if they won't hear it from the serious angle, then a comedian should be able to sell the message to them. So that's what comedy should do. As you can see, I've become solemn a bit. I'm a comedian, but there should be sober moments where, as a human being, you know, you pinch them. You let them realize, say, come. You be like, say, we don't do overdo. So that they will now wake up. If they can't do 100% turnaround, at least your impact might do some 10% touch. You might not feel it immediately, but in the long run, you feel it. So I think comedy should be used to alleviate on a lot of levels.
All right. Now, what are the qualities of a good joke?
The qualities include the intro, the story depth, the punchline, and then the finishing. A good joke should have those qualities. The way you pick it up, the way you take your audience on the journey, the way you give them the jabs that brings the humor, and then the way you land it. The way everything just just simmers in. It might be a very quick, witty one. It might be a narrative one. It might be a sarcastic one. It might be a buffoonery type. But so long as those elements play in, you get your audience all the time.
All right. What would be Koffi's advice to the upcoming comedians?
I know they advise anybody again. I don't tire. I beg. Bros, I know they advise. They know they hear. I woke up in which year was that? And I realized that I spent several years advising young people who don't listen. They will pretend like they are hearing you, then they will go do that other thing that they want to do, and then come back later and say, if I had known. When I was telling you, I was stupid. And then because a lot of them feel, this is what is trendy and is making waves, and that's what I should do. This man is old school, he doesn't understand. So what are you advising them for? Unfortunately, it is working for them. Their own ideas, the way they are doing their own things is working. But the few ones that are close to me, they know that I like to be very principled. In anything you're doing in life, you have to be very principled. And then you have to have humility. As far as I'm concerned, this life, nothing will bring come. Nothing will bring come. So for me, you have to be humble. No matter how big or successful you get, at the end of the day, you met these things here.
Yeah.
It is the same people who have showed you love that made you successful. So where's the arrogance coming from now? What's all this? Yes, now.
I like that.
What's wrong with people?
Yeah.
My own is, if you blow, remember, say, some people don't blow before, but where they go, they no pass where they feel pass. Now, where God carry you reach, you go reach.
True.
I don't stay here 20-something years. I don't see plenty people come, go. When then they come, I go to tell them, do like that. They know they answer me. Years later, the same person where arrogantly that year no look my side. When I the advisor, go come, they call me, Baba, help me. I won't take help you. Me, I stayed on the path. Yes, now I stayed on the path of righteousness, humility. You decide to be arrogant. They pursue you, come up for market. You come, they say, Baba, they see what you they do. Baba, I'm seeing how you are doing this. Please come and help me. Nobody help me, Azuh. Nobody. For this industry, nobody help me. Now me and God run this race. Now my 18th album I release tomorrow. I get 16 movies now. I get book where I write. I still get more books where I go release. I don't do almost a lot of things where I want to do without any help. So how me I go the advice person we just do only one thing and they go they look like say I no get sense. How I take day here over 20 years they do this thing. This one I don't do any other work. I don't get any other thing where they do. Jack of one trade, entertainment, jack of one trade. Now my name be that Jack of one. Only thing where I don't do for my life now entertainment, comedy, acting, singing, drama. So I will come the advise young person where they look up to me. We suddenly can see small breakthrough. I'll come the tell and say, this thing for doing like this, you can't look like say because he don't get more people for Instagram past you, you no get sense. He don't get more people for Twitter past you, you no get sense. Then you can't imagine say person will get all those kind of followers, but still come and come they saying they depressed. You never start. You never start.
All right. Where does Koffi hope to be in the next 5 years?
Bros, I don't know now. I'm not God now. Only God can answer that one. Whenever you people ask this question, I'll just be like, wait, how? 5 years ago, I didn't know I was going to be on this dining table at this time talking to you. but But what I hope for is that by God's grace, in another 5 years, I've been able to, right now, concentration is on certain personal projects and watching my kids grow and being a role model to them. That's all I want right now. That's what's most important. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Now, talk. Yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
You know, no matter how, you are the first Superman for your children. You are the first role model.
True.
You are the greatest influencer they will get. So you have to do
true.
the right things in that environment for them. And that's all that matters to me right now. So in the next 5 years, I hope I'm able to do a good job of that. And I'll be fine.
All right. Now, talking about children and the wife, I mean, let's even meet Koffi's family. Tell us about your family.
That's my daughter, the first one there, Candy. She's a grown girl now. That's the last one there. That's the American in our midst. That's Keisha. Very arrogant. That's Keisha. I don't have any picture here. I think I'm blessed. I'm lucky. My wife is.
There are 4, right?
I have 3 kids.
3,
girl,
right?
boy, girl.
Okay.
My daughter is 12. And everybody is February. Everybody just celebrated in February. I don't know how my wife, the calculator.
I mean, I need a calculator. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I think I've been very lucky. God blessed me with a woman who could see my vision. And
tell us her name and also how you met her.
Oh, okay. Her name is Koffi. So we met whilst I was in Unilag. When I was having my extra, I didn't even know I was having an extra, but it was an extra.
Oh, you had an extra?
Yeah, so one lecturer was showing us paper from physics. I was in chemistry. The lecturer showing us paper was from physics. One course, every first semester, the same course, PHS 206, the same one course every year. One course. We wait first semester, that same course, we'll fail it again. We wait the following year and come back again, that same one course. The third time, the department told us, go, just go. We don't care. Whatever he wants to go and do, he should go and do. You people go. What kind of nonsense is this? Why he's just failing people? Just this one course. Now in the department, some they go. So it was whilst I was still trying to battle with that I met her. So I was just hanging around school, doing theater, waiting for my results, and then we met, became very good friends. In fact, it's exactly 20 years we became friends, and then our 13th anniversary was just 2 days ago. So 3 days ago. So we've been married for 13 years, but we've been friends for 20 years. Exactly 2001. Wow. Yes.
Wow.
So,
so go ahead.
No, speak.
Yes, I wanted us to round off on this note, What would you say has kept this union, this relationship, this love, this romance going for the past 20 years? What has been the secret?
We were friends. We were friends first before becoming lovers. So that's it. And then we're both simple people. We're willing to give way for the other. If I'm wrong, I'm ready to be sorry. And if she's wrong, she's ready. She's very sacrificial. I'm also very sacrificial. So we give way for each other. That's it. That's the sacrifice, the need to look out for the other. Let me give you an example now. This phone I'm holding, talking to you with, she's disagreeing that I should go and get a new phone. So the phone get rubber band now, where the guy take goma. I say I don't want to buy new phone. Say the phone is good, it's strong. Now Nokia, it gets battery. I don't like all this Samsung because it's not too strong. I like this phone. But she's saying, and I've been complaining that the phone is doing somehow lately. But I now went to the technician. I said, guys, see what I think this phone just needs something to be done here. The guy said, that's true. He did it. So whilst the guy was doing it, I now saw other phones there. Instead of me to buy phone for myself, I started pricing phone for her. I said, okay, on my birthday tomorrow, I would rather give you a phone. So instead of you giving me a gift, because she's worried as to what to give me, I said, okay, I would rather give you a gift on my birthday. And since you need a phone. Now she disagrees, says she don't want the phone, say it's too expensive. If not, I don't buy phone, give us. So those are the little things that it just makes us work.
Wow.
I don't care about material things. She doesn't care about material things. She's very simple. I'm simple. If not that, I'm an entertainer, and I know go they see me. I'm an introvert. Now inside my bedroom, and they always they. Now so she said be. So we just be the same kind of person in a different body. Okay, I'm short. She's a bit taller. I don't the fat. She's slim. We're the same person in different bodies, and our ideologies. My wife is the person that makes me stay this way as an entertainer. Cerebral, you know. When we watch Coming to America, and we were laughing at the very intelligent jokes, and both of us were wondering why some people expected a slapstick comedy movie when Eddie Murphy has grown and is expected to be a king and a matured man. So now there you go, know, so okay, me and this woman are the same wavelength we get. So marry your best friend, somebody who operates on your frequency, and that's why it works.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very, very much.